to catch a movie outside. Looks fun out there. Friday and Saturday, we are going to hang on to a very similar forecast. Tomorrow morning, we're going to wake up in the mid-50s. There could be some patchy fog again right around sunrise, but beautiful day nonetheless Friday. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy with highs near 80. Looking great tomorrow evening. We got Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee, high school football games. All that looks good to go weather-wise. Once we get into the weekend, the only difference is that Saturday and Sunday will just be a couple degrees warmer each afternoon. So not quite up to record levels, but they will be close. We are expecting to be within at least 5 degrees of record Sunday and Monday afternoon, but just not quite record setting, but definitely a warm end to the last weekend of October. I'm sure we got a lot of trick-or-treaters that are wanting to know what the forecast is going to be Tuesday for the day of Halloween. Tuesday is when a cold front's going to be pushing through. Now, the timing of the front, still not completely certain on, so there is that component to the forecast. But the good news is both models, even though they disagree on the timing of the front, they both keep us dry Tuesday evening into Tuesday night. So if you are planning to head out, temperature anywhere from the mid-60s to the mid-70s, so that's still kind of TBD at the moment as far as what the temp will be, but either scenario looks great to be outside, walking around the neighborhood, maybe a few passing clouds at times, but luckily not having to worry about any rainfall, and temperatures won't be too hot, won't be too cold, should be comfortable for being outside. Could be a little bit breezy. With the cold front moving through, that usually brings us a little bit gustier conditions, so that could be a factor Tuesday. But take a look at what our temperatures are going to do once that cold front pushes through the region. So we're going to stay in the 80s all the way through this weekend. Even Monday afternoon is actually going to be our warmest day, near 85. Once the cold front pushes through Tuesday, our high temp will drop more than 20 degrees heading into Wednesday for that first day of November. So highs only in the low to mid 60s Wednesday, believe it or not. So that will definitely feel a lot different and going to bring us some big changes across the area. For tonight, we actually have a good game in Statesboro. We got Georgia Southern taking on Georgia State. They are just kicked it off, I believe, at 7:30. So that game is underway, and temps will fall into the 60s towards the second half. Looking great, though, there in Bullitt County. Once we get into our weekend forecast, that's when our highs do start to just feel a little bit warmer for us, but really just very pleasant weather. Great weather for getting outside. We have some fall color actually starting to pop across the region, so even though it may not feel like fall the next couple of afternoons, at least it will look like it. And we'll have some good weather to just be outside and checking that out. All the way through the weekend, luckily no rain in store for us. We are going to hang on to temps mid-80s here in Augusta Saturday, Sunday. Generally sunny both days and not much wind either. It's been fairly calm with high pressure sitting right on top of us, and that part of the forecast will continue. This is actually a live look at TIAA Bank Field there in Jacksonville. We got a big game against the Dogs and the Gators Saturday, 3:30. You can watch that game right here on CBS. If you're traveling down to the game, early in the morning temps will be in the upper 60s. Afternoon temps will be in the mid-80s right around kickoff. So great tailgating weather for the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. Should be a fun time. Let's take a look at some other games. We actually have Clemson going up to NC State, so that's a live look at Carter Finley Stadium. We have the Gamecocks traveling all the way to College Station, Texas, so that's actually a pretty cool view over Kyle Field there in College Station, where they've actually had a good bit of rain on the camera so far today, and they could actually see a few thunderstorms during game time for that 12 p.m. kick. The Jackets are the only team playing at home. They're playing at Bobby Dodd, and a night game again for Georgia Tech, 8 p.m. kickoff against the University of North Carolina. So the Tar Heels coming into Atlanta, and that's going to be a good game there as well. And staying dry in Atlanta for the Jackets game. Here's a quick look at our 7-day forecast. So big takeaway is that we're just going to see these warm days in the 80s all the way through Monday. Cold front pushes through Tuesday, and that is going to drop our temperatures significantly heading into the middle of next week. Halloween will be right in the middle of that temperature change. Right now we're going with the mid-70s, but yesterday we were thinking it was only going to be the upper 60s. So depending on the timing of that front, temperatures could wobble around a little bit, but luckily still not much rain with that front that we're expecting. Hopefully you have a great night, and we'll have another update for you coming up on News 12 at 11.